Hey guys, Mega Man NG here, and apologies if it's a bit loud, of course, but yes, it's that time of the week again, and we have ourselves another Ace Attorney Weekly episode review. Today we're going to be talking about Episode 5, the first trial of Turnabout Samurai. Yes, we're now moving on to Case 3, and there is a lot I have to say about it because there are some stuff that I liked, and there are some stuff that I didn't. And the fact, for some reason, I feel that this episode was kind of rushed. Basically, the first half of it is the investigation, the second half is the trial. But they did, for like the first 10 minutes of it, introduce like all the different characters that you're going to be meeting throughout, instead of having like take the time to meet them later on. Like, for example, like in the beginning, you already, like, let me explain for a minute. Like, how do I put this in the right words? In the beginning, I really loved how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate fought. It was unlike in the game, but this one was actually a bit more lively, and I mean, wow, I was amazed. I really was amazed. I am going to give A1 Pictures some credit because that was pretty good. It really was. Not to mention, we also got to meet a lot of other characters. Like, for example, we met Will Powers. We also met Wendy Oldbag, who is just as annoying as she was back in the games. We also see some cameos by Penny Nichols, also D. Vasquez, and Manella. A funny thing to mention is that the most hilarious thing about it is that you see Manella like on the ground writing the script for like the next episode with D. Vasquez up top, sitting on top of him. It was hilarious. I loved it. It was just funny, and it sort of represents the magnetism, in some ways just how it is with World Global Studios, of course. However, like I said, the episode was somewhat of a rush. Oh yeah, we also meet Cody Hackins, who, yes, he's the annoying brat, but this time he gave Phoenix Wright and Gumshoe a little thing. It was crazy. And there were some added scenes that I did enjoy, like the meeting between Edgeworth and Von Karma, where even Von Karma has acknowledged that Edgeworth's only loss. And it's not going to be the first loss, of course. There's going to be another loss down the line, so be on the lookout for it. Though, knowing how this episode's gonna be, yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the case. Like I said, the first episode is basically investigation, where even though it was like a bit rushed, like for the 10-minute bit, it actually gave like a good summary of sorts. The second half was the trial, and I swear, Edward's being more douchey by the minute. Not to mention, it was also kind of awesome too. We actually do get to see some music play around in action. And the first time we see cross-examination occurring because Wendy Oldbag just didn't know when to shut up. And fortunately, Edgeworth did shut her up, which was nice. And what surprised me is that the second half, they actually incorporated music from the games. And they did a pretty good job at it. But what can I say? There were some things that I didn't like about it, and the fact is that since the episode is like 22 minutes, they didn't provide enough time for Phoenix and Maya to investigate. That to me was a bit of a problem. And I know a lot of people are going to say the episode is a bit rushed like most others, but come on, like when they did with Turnabout Sisters, the first part, they gave them plenty of time for Phoenix Wright to investigate. Here, they just want to fly through it because Turnabout Samurai is one of the few cases in this franchise that follows the 3-day court policy, which has occurs in the Ace Attorney universe, that all trials have to end in 3 days. I only wish that when Turnabout Goodbyes comes along, they better not screw it up, because if they at least screw it up, one of my favorite cases of the series, I'm gonna go mental. I really mean it, I'm gonna go mental. But I did enjoy the episode for what it is, and next week's episode is gonna be a bit emotional. The only thing I hope for is that more time is put towards investigation as well as character development, because judging by this, I believe all of this is just basically say, you want to experience the full thing, play the games. Because that's all I know. Or that's all there is. Anyway, what do you guys think of the episode? Was it good? Was it bad? I want to hear from you guys because it really wasn't much, but yeah, the episode was okay at best. If I were to rate it, I would rate it like a 7 out of 10 of, yeah, 7 out of 10. It was alright, it did have some flaws, it was just okay at best. Especially since the first half's the investigation and the second half was the trial. And the second half was a bit intense. Also, if you notice why there's like music in the background, someone suggested that I do it to make it more lively. And I figured the music for here would be appropriate. Alright, that's it for today's episode of my Ace Attorney anime reviews. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. Next week, we're going to be reviewing episode 6, Turnabout Samurai's Second Trial. I only hope that episode will be a bit better. Alright, that's it. This is Mega Man NG signing off. See you next week. Peace out.